afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to our 1 vs 1 on Nexus. In the West, it is Redarmyotp fighting here for the Soviet Union, Communist, Stalin, and Socialism. Taking on the role here of the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. In the East, it is Borobadger fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role of the 1st Panzer Division with Spearhead, Infantry and Panzerfaust Bulletins versus Armored Assault, Shock Rifle and Gart Motor with double mount infantry bulletins. Also, fun fact today's my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Anyway, 74 going to decide here for Borobadger. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Helps me and helps you. And of course, if you wish to help me a bit more, just give me a nice gift. You can do so in the video description. You can either, pledge on Patreon, give me a fat donation via PayPal. Even a small one. Either way is appreciate it. Just a quick note there. Gun 74 for Borobadger. Double comes there for Red Army as it's Northwoods. I believe Red Army. Well, actually, I don't know where he's from. I think he's Austrian. I may be wrong. Triple comes there for Red Army with Gun 74 there for Borobadger. Concentrating east Northwoods there. Sweeping slowly east. Sees the munitions point here as Borobadger makes a hard push towards the southern field point there. With the victory point in total. And he's seizing the point here. Second view squad on the way. Also a bit tired here, so I do apologise. But I shall try to bring my best energy to you, the viewers. Second of this squad, they're almost done. We got sandbags down here for Red Army to prepare for any fascist counterattacks or Gegenschuss. Season current point here. Heading south to the conscripts. Slow and quiet here from Borobadger. Moving ahead here with sandbags up there from a Red Army. Southern point is secure. We got a bit of barbed wire there to make sure the opponent can't use the sandbags. Very good. M4 setting up here. Not a huge fan of the M4 being sub defensively like that by Borobadger, but that's about it. Gonna do counter attack Northwoods, quick flank here. The conscripts are attacking foes. There's not really much to counter attack in the first place. 4th conscript there for Red Army, but they got maneuvering the sandbag conscripts here. Of course, need to focus them down first. Probably should be pushing the Gunnies a bit better so they don't get focused down. In fact, slight awkward engagement there for Borobadger. The Gunnies are being shot at by the conscripts. But they're not shooting back at the conscripts. Here we got Pioneers versus the conscript. M42 there's got to probably where they're going to be bait them into. And here things are awkward for Borobadger as the conscript swarm on his Grenadier squad. Therefore, no one to fall back to more defensive position. Pioneers running back as well. They're popping into the nearby industrial building. 3rd Grenadier squad out. So we got 4 conscripts as triple Grenadiers and 1 MG42. A nice healthy mix of the units there from both sides. No something further there. We got take up there for Borobadger. So far, very much standard build order with triple Grenadiers MD42 into tier 2. Quadruple comes there for Red Army. Probably some medics soon. And possible some more space for the Wehrmacht. MD42 remains here. Again, feel like he'll be doing more with it. I can understand why he's got it there, but I do admit prescribing to the theory that you need to use your MG42 actively, since again that's what German infantry doctrine was centered around, the MG42 and using it aggressively. Even the the tripod mounted heavy machine gun was actually an offensive weapon. It was meant to back up the Grenadiers during the attack. In fact, during defense, they'd actually pick it off the tripod and use it as a bipod weapon. Little fun fact there. Sandbags up here, a lot of sandbags stuff for Red Army. He's really throwing down sandbags. In this regard, he's certainly showing a good understanding of one of the key elements of the SOAS. Again, when the conscripts just lay down a lot of sandbags where your opponent doesn't have heavy cover, and you can really make life miserable for them because Grenadiers do not perform well against using heavy cover. They're not, again, in that sense, assault infantry unless they got like really large amount of numbers in there. And there you go, Borobadger just getting in, but he's lucky here that Red Army did not have time to get sandbags done. Otherwise, this could have got a lot more rockety for Borobadger very swiftly. But he's been very consistent about sandbagging, so 2 thumbs up there to Red Army OTP. Troops are healing, enforcing. No sign of tech yet here for Red Army. Oh, there he goes. Support company. I spoke too soon. Point here secured. No like to make a nice company yet. I might be seeing one soon. Panzer Grenadier could, of course, also be a great choice here for Borobadger. Not to be confused with Boron Badger. He was last seen heading into Chernobyl. Conscripting about there, we got the support company down there for Red Army. Seizing the center point here with the conscripts. More sandbags. Good work there. Conscripts setting out. Going to be seizing the northern fuel point. And there you go. Like to make a nice company at the very edge of the base there for Borobadger. If Gav doesn't create the traffic possible jam there, at least sort of a bottleneck. could backfire on Borobadger there during certain hectic situations if opponents get too close to the base, or, well, he doesn't have access to the heavy artillery except maybe the heavy mortar. That could theoretically also cause problems there. If he sort of creates a funnel, it's going to make it much harder for Borobadger then to, you know, get out of his base without running into a lot of artillery. Going for the car point against sandbags there from Red Army. Great stuff there. I would not be surprised if, you know, when he's not playing company's matches, he's just knitting his own sandbags, you know. Artisanal sandbagging here from Red Army outside there, knitting them and almost crafting them. Much, I'm sure, to the nuisance of his family. Continuing about here. Losing through the south. Bunker up there for Borobadger. And the 222 like to punch a Spearwagen. Shock Rifle here for Red Army, calling in the Shock Troopers. The Sturmoviks, as I believe they were known. They were basically heavy assault engineers in the Red Army, equipped with body armor and submachine guns for close quarters combat in urban environments. The body armor was pretty much like only good versus 9mm parabellum. So basically like pistols and MP40s against anything else. The body armor obviously had some issues. They also could carry around large satchels filled with grenades and nuclear stuff there. So, little fun fact there. They were basically sort of independent army attachments, could be attached wherever needed. Pioneers that around the country going to need support. Probably should consider getting some light machine guns on the soon. Again, Red Army though, really just absolutely about those sandbags. Gonna just trying to land a wipe here. Doing with a concept, doing with a can here. Shock Troopers moving about there. Need to, of course, be careful they don't get caught by the 222 and plaster with some heavy fire. Going up there for the cart point there. Nice play here by Borobadger, trying to stop his opponent's resource. There we go. I think there's a small chance of hitting up the concept squad. That'd be pretty helpful there for Borobadger, and of course, not helpful for Red Army. But you know, Borobadger's not doing this for Red Army's benefit. Quite the opposite. When is they retreating? Really close here. This is usually one of the reasons why I go for to do the Wehrmacht, because you know they give you a good chance of just landing wipes here and there, which is the Wehrmacht is quite crucial. And in fact, going for double to can sometimes be really good depending on the size of the map, because again it also just gives you a really good chance of sometimes just flanking your opponent and then wiping out a sort of, you know, slightly weakened unit with a 2-2, and that can of course be something that can quickly snowball a game in your favour. Or at least prevent the opponent from snowballing too hard against you. Puntgun is on the way there. Grenadiers falling back. Borobadger is holding the line here for Das Vaterland. But Red Army obviously is proving to be a pernicious opponent. Well, he has gone for support companies not doing anything with. He might in fact be planning a fast T-70. That could of course be a problem there for Borobadger with no, well, Pank 40s, Panzer Shreks or Telemines. Meaning he would be a bit in a bad set of company there without any entertainment against the T-70. Machine gun remains emphatically static in the south, and it's definitely starting to not be a fan of that. I feel like that's too static there for Borobadger. I can understand it, but it's just the problem at some point. It just could easily just being wiped out without really doing anything. I mean, it's done so little in terms of damage and killing here for Borobadger. It's always something I try to advise against. It can become a very bad habit. So, yeah. Anyway, Shock's from the north here, trying to flank behind his Borobadger contacts southwards. Good move there, I think. And there we go. Machine gun ultimately pushed away in the end. Didn't do so much. At least they didn't lose it, but you know, they want to use that MG42 actively, in my opinion. To do that, the Panzer's Pioneer support here, doing some massive damage. Anti-tank grenade will do some damage, but obviously with the Pioneers nearby, the overall long-term impact is going to be limited. Meanwhile, though, we got to push for the car pump. Constant shocks coming in. That's going to be difficult there for Borobadger to push away. I mean, in this case, the 2 cannot easily support, and of course, might exactly been what Red Army was, you know, banking on. Now I got the Pioneers, the Panzers, and the 2-2 versus a bit of maneuver. There you go. Throwing down the smoke grenade to cover the counter on the car farm there. Nice play by Redarmyotp. 2 thumbs up. Shocks recharging the Panzers and the Pioneers. We got the Gebalterladnung. Straight at them. 2-2 joining in with this auto cannon. And there you go, Pioneers, Panzer routed. Gonna need before 2 moving in there. Still no tech up for Red Army. There you go, going straight for the 2-2 smoke screen up here. Buys it a bit of time. Gives the gunners time to maybe get in and do some damage. Of course, he starts to defend the car farm. There goes suppressing the conscripts. So close here. This is really dicey for Borobadger. There goes Shock Troopers suppressed as well. Gonna with the can. Cut-off point at least vacate of any sort of presence. There you go. Shock troopers around it. Comes to inside the building. Don't think they'll be able to finish off the 2-2 and there go retreating. That was a really close shave there for Borobadger. Panzers they're retreating. Need to get the Pioneers there to fix the 2-2. And there we go. Finally take over there for Redarmyotp. I mean, at this point, honestly, I think it would just be better off just going for the 10% command or mechanized armor company and pushing out a fast T-34-6 with a Borobadger, to be honest. Like, even a T-70, I mean. He could just push with the bigger tanks and I think roll over Borobadger. So I think that'd be the better move. Borobadger taking up, great. And he does have one pack 40s in case of a tank. He's at least not completely caught in a bad spot. That's still going to be rough. Panzer going to be moving ahead here. There you go. Looks like some slightly more active machine gun users this time around from Borobadger and Deutschland. 2-2, good to go there once more for Borobadger and Das Vaterland. More sandbags here, forming up a small angle, I guess. Interesting. Redarmyotp now beginning to dabble in sandbag geometry. As long as you know, like the forbidden geometries of Trotsky. Men have been shot for those, for good reason. Conscript structures in Northwoods Lake on the east wing from the northern fuel point. Heavy autocannon fire here from the 2-2, laying down some vicious fire there, but of course he's going to need some more serious firepower to push back. The 2-2 can slowly whittle away at the sandbags, destroying Redarmyotp's hard work. Troops suppressed as MB42 joins in and doing its job. They're better now here for Borobadger. There you go, shots from the flank needed to assist the others. The Grenadiers, I think, will find some bad spot. And there you go, grenade flung through the air. Grenadiers dodge it, not quite miraculously. Just being able to move by your own legs is obviously not a miracle, unless you're part of the slug people of Saturn 9. Shock to the being routed with Grenadiers and the 2-2 heavy damage there. Both squads suppressed. There you go, falling back there. We got Pioneers, and we do get the mechanized armor company up. Very good. Fast T-34s. Oh, KV-8 could even be an option here for Redarmyotp. In fact, the KV-8 could be an absolute nightmare for Borobadger, but he does stick to the T-34-6. Not a bad pick, of course. Engineers singing for Southern Fuel Point there. Very good. Grenadiers with the conscripts there. And there you go. Mobilized reserves, larger conscript squads. Seizing points here and there. Fixing up the 2-2-2. Close to 22 on that one. 14 kills so far. Very good. Though, of course, that might hit a bit of a brick wall in the form of the T-34-6. So a self-propelled brick wall. The most dangerous kind of brick wall. Oh, caught laying down the mines here with the 2-2. Small chance of the 2-2 set up the mine. In fact, it's already right about to go up there. He's not moving there. Oh, he's not paying attention. There you go. Mine goes off. Only Petrov, though, gets blown up. Sergei, Yuri, and Dyatlov survive, though. Dyatlov does quickly fall afterwards. Constantly get the shock troops. There you go. T-34-6 minute direct hit here on the 2-2-2. Shot missed. Pioneer scram the southern fuel point. He's attempting to, but obviously the T-34-6 is going to put a very large tank-shaped block in the way there. Conscript destruction through here going the flank here. Mark goes straight for the pack forward. There you go. Before 2 nices out there. Borobadger covers the flank here of Borobadger. But there you go. The shock troops managed to get past them. Before 2 goes straight for the pack forward. The T-34 to fall back. Red Army's actually taking some severe infantry losses. Need to begin replenishing his casualties there, I think. Or just go for more tanks, I guess. That could be an option. Probably certainly starting to run out of units here versus Borobadger, and does need to be careful about that. I mean, he's down to just 2 conscripts, the shock troopers, and an engineer squad. And if his T-34 goes something like that, he could be in a really bad spot. Got the pack 40. T-34-6 moving ahead here again. Got these pumps on the fire here. Going for the 2-2-2. Oh dear, getting Panzerfaust there. Can we find the T-34-6 by the 2-2-2? And the T-34 goes unintended telecalling as well here on Borobadger's position by the pack 40. The MU-42 will soon be finding himself in a massive inferno. A sea of fire, of which not even Prometheus could escape. T-34 are being murdered by the Grenadiers. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Now the Panzer from the T-34, there go. More shock troopers out for Redarmyotp. Grenadier squad almost being annihilated. More Grenadiers moving in. Oh dear, he could lose the T-34 to Panzerfaust. Grenadiers going for it. There you go. The whole machine gun is shredding them. The controls are doing a good handy job. They're down to just 2 men, 1 man. He's going to risk it. He's going to risk it. No, he doesn't. He wisely does not, but he might have rushed too far. And there you go. Grenadiers wiped. Light machine gun here for Redarmyotp to seize and turn against the fascist attacker to end their lives by their own weapons. Phew. Borobadger can soon go for a Panzer IV. There's only could also just go for the Stug. The Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung G. Team seeing repairs, 8 kills. Trying to go for the Pack 40. Though we can see there's already another pack out there for Borobadger. Hope he's not going to try and stall straight away for the Tiger tank. That could give Redarmyotp some time to turn things around in his favour. But obviously, double shock troopers will also be a problem there for Borobadger without a Panzer. Even with the MG42, like 2 shock troopers could theoretically create some very uncomfortable moments there for Borobadger. Grenadiers pantsering northwards, grabbing the northern fuel point there. Sneak out in the Pioneers there. Panther 4 slowly on the way there for Borobadger. Got to go around it. Pack 4's there, good to go. I'm surprised he hasn't picked up the MG42. Maybe he believes it's cursed. Of course, you know, he just doesn't get accused of being a fascist. Comrade, is that a fascist weapon in your hands? Yet, it's the Grozny MG7. Yes, Grozny. Yes, please believe me. That looks awfully fascist. Yet it runs on babushkas and stuff. Very well. Panzer IV out there for Borobadger. Looks like the engineer's the one going to grab it. In the south, the company need to fall back. They're getting absolutely executed otherwise here by Borobadger's Grenadiers and Pioneers. Going for a deep flank here against Borobadger's northern flank. Nice to see there. Panther 4 moving about. It looks like Red Army is in fact going here for the IS-2 heavy tank. The Josef Stalin 2, and there go. Panzer there under heavy fire. Engineers coming out with an MG42 and T-Fed goes to the flank. Snipes Jürgen and forces the rest to retreat here. Oberleutnant Ludwig and his Panzerkampfwagen 4 moves northwards to at least buy time for the rest of the army to reposition up to deal with this Soviet onslaught in the north as the bricklaying works completely collapse and fall into Soviet hands once more. Need to pull back there and repair the Panther 4. More grenadiers on the way there for Borobadger. South side has been secured. What he did, no one truly knows. The rumours is it produced pornography for Hermann Göring on an industrial scale. Hermann Göring was a very, very dirty boy. Let's just keep it at that. Seizing the northern field here with the shock troopers. Panzers there moving about. Shooting down the conscripts with the Panther 4 from a nice safe distance. Red Army there is very close to the IS-2 heavy tank. Pioneers have come from the south. Absolutely no sign of support from Red Army. No Sis guns, no Maxims, no mortars. Oh, half the Panzer squad there gone. As Red Army shock troopers go straight for the Pack 40 machine gun, trying to set up and deal with this assault. Might get hit with a smoke grenade and then rushed. There we go. Close one there, but not fast enough for Borobadger. Panther forming in here. Grenadiers, Pack Soldiers forming up a small defensive point here on the east side of the victory point, south of the railroad embankments. And there you go. Pioneers caught by 2 double shock troopers on the retreat. There's a good chance of wipe here, unless, of course, it moves away elsewhere, possibly to other threats. And there you go. At the 18-minute and 50-second mark, the Redarmyotp calls in the mighty IS-2 Josef Stalin 2 heavy tank. Shock troopers going for the Pack 40 there. Packs opening up the T-Fed force from 6, clearing out the Pack 40. Comes there being slowly murdered out. Conscripts about to get wiped out. Need to hit the pin machine there to the IS-2 heavy tank. Unit wiped out. Shock trooper squad bit the dust. Their body armor ultimately was not proof against, well, you know, machine gun fire and Panther 4 fire. Troops are healing, forcing Tier 4 on the way there for Borobadger. Might be he's going to try and stall for the Tiger tank in response to the arrival of Red Army's IS-2 heavy tank. And it is they find themselves in the fire, but in this case the IS-2's gunnery is a bit suspect as it hits the ground right in front of the Grenadiers. Trying to go hit straight for the Pack 40. There you go, Engineers. Almost got one of the Pack 40s, but costs him the engineer squad in its entirety, dropping the light machine gun back for Borobadger to turn against the fascists. Oh, got both packs though. Still, Redarmyotp is taking a severe toll. He's paying a high toll, in fact, for there. Guys, who's about to get flanked by the Panther 4. T-34 is going to need to rush in to support the R2 just in case. And of course, now he has a chance to maybe grab both packs here away from Borobadger. Maybe. Meanwhile, though, Borobadger swarming with infantry probably to try and grab those Pack 44 Red Army, can get his hands on them and make things very, very difficult for his armor. But there you go, grabs one Pack 40. Sadly, Red Army cannot cover them all. Oh, he's going to try nonetheless. There you go. Grenadier escort wiped. Both packs recruiting from the IS-2. Shots bouncing off the IS-2's heavy front line. There you go. One pack down. Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung geht mobilized there. Pack actually survived a shot from the IS-2. Main gun out on the IS-2 though. This is hard. Panther 4 suffers a damaged engine. Is Red Army going to lose the IS-2? That would be horrid. T-34 is being mobilized. Red Army is holding on for dear life. Packs cleared out again. Sturmgeschütz almost done there for Borobadger. Panzerguns, MG42, Grenadiers all raining down death. Smoke grenade off there on the Pack 40, but the Panzerguns with the MG42 goes for it, clears out the pack crew, denying it to the Marxists. Need to get those engineers hard to work there on the tanks, in particular the IS-2 needs to be fixed up. Schnell. Family fighting on the centre victory point here against Panzerguns and the Panther 4. Not really good engagement here, to be honest, for Redarmyotp. Fixing up the T-34 76. Absolutely brutal engagement here between Borobadger and Red Army. Brutal. Borobadger down to just 2 infantry squads. That's definitely looking a bit dangerous here versus Red Army, though, with 3 infantry squads. Obviously, both have suffered grievously in this battle. Both the 1st Panzer Division and the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps have taken significant casualties and may find themselves combat inoperable after the battle. Possibly. Obviously, that might be a big issue for the Germans and the Soviets, obviously. Of course, things came out of the 3rd Army is by 1944, late 1945, when the 3rd Army was actually starting to have manpower issues, which is not something actually here. A lot about it is actually something that's becoming a problem. In fact, most armored corps and infantry divisions and whatnot were actually used, in fact, but under sort of paper strength regularly. Seemed like the Surds had much larger numbers than the Germans by late 1944-45. It was starting to run out a bit. It does. I think you should be focusing at least one tank at a time, so you can at least get one of them back in the action fast. But there you go. Heading south, the Shock Troopers conscript trying to outmaneuver Borobadger as Borobadger strikes north, looking to seek some of that black gold. And there goes Shock Troopers, the Pioneers. Panther will respond to this Bolshevik incursion. IS-2 is almost good to go as well, though, for Red Army. Very good. You should follow up with more armor. A caveat again could be to help deal with the packs and the infantry there from Borobadger's side. More sandbags in the south. Smoke grenade off, though. Obviously, you don't need to be able to see someone to run them over. In fact, it usually works a lot better the other way at times. So I've heard. Pendulum against the conscripts, crashing them through there. It's too good to go. T-34 because the Redarmyotp seems to be a bit unsure as to what he wants to do next, except of course get his men killed in the south. But he's almost got the victim on the fuel point there. Borobadger some time away there from a Tiger tank. Red Army OTP is, I think, pretty close to whatever tank he wants to go for. He just needs to make a choice. Of course, charging straight into the packs and the Stooks is obviously a less amazing tactical maneuver there by Redarmyotp, and as Borobadger here expertly and definitely displays why. So that was, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Could have been a misclick by Borobadger, or Redarmyotp. Could have been some weird pathing, I suppose. Either way, though, they ended up being quite costly. We've got the Katyusha rocket launcher there for Redarmyotp. Mines going down, and these straight to the IS-2. Casualties piling up. Mines up people at the northern fuel point. Very good. And we got Borobadger's forces hard at work securing the south once more. Katyusha rocket launcher halfway done. Could I have that out a bit sooner at least? That would have probably helped the T-34 much better as attack, at least say some rockets to maybe slaughter those pack crews. Engineers versus Panzer Grenadier with the LMG-42. Not a good engagement with engineers. Quite the opposite. In particular, landing a bun grenade as they were right next to the mine. In fact, upsets it off. Of course, the Panzer Grenadiers very much know the sign of an IS-2 and get the devil out of there once they hear it approaching them. Panzer will stay for the IS-2. Pack shooting at max range, bouncing off the IS-2's thick frontal armour. There you go, BM-13 Katyusha rocket truck out there for Redarmyotp. And we got air recon starting for Borobadger, getting a better idea there what Red Army is and isn't, and maybe also a better idea of his force disposition. Clever move there by Borobadger. Thumbs up to him. And of course he now knows the Katyusha and may of course take countermeasures like not sticking his packs right next to each other. Of course he may just forget about that rapidly and just still do it anyways. Otherwise, quickly pulling on the pack 40 is very far behind, conquering for the center there, being blasted probably at the south again. And go Katyusha rocket launchers spewing out a serious volume of rockets. Machine gun crew there getting hammered. Aircraft shot down by the disc cap mounted on the IS-2 heavy tank. Almost hitting some of Borobadger's infantry, but the Luftwaffe pilot apparently realizes that even in death there are some standards that need to be maintained. Shock troops with the Panther 4 heading southwards. There's still IS-2 moving in to deal with it. Pack 40 I think moving to support, and there you go. IS-2 getting message 1 against the Panther 4. Borobadger getting ever close to the Tiger tank, and Redarmyotp I think anticipating Domination 5 was something else to help deal with that, because otherwise he could well be overwhelmed here by Borobadger's force composition. And Borobadger may of course also consider more infantry. That I think would do him quite well. Got fragmentation bombs ready there for Borobadger. Katyusha rocket launcher sitting back there, nice and quiet. Southern points being secured again, digging with sandbags with mines. Borobadger heading northwards, and then go HT5 tank destroy on the way there for Redarmyotp. That's almost good to go there. 14 kills, veterans 1. Panzer 4 with veteran D2, 26 kills. Schützen moving in against Redarmyotp Southern forces. More Grenadiers almost done for Borobadger. Very good to go for them finally. And certainly all the fuel rush from Red Army to OGP also makes it hard for Borobadger to go for the Tiger tanks. Obviously that's doing some good there. Northern pumping seats by the Panzer Grenadier. I see heading south as ever, engineer support. Great hit on the Panzer 4, easily piercing the front armor. There you go, smoke screen down. Doesn't do much to cover the Panzer 4, but more importantly covers the Pioneers and the force in the south here. May also just cause him to focus more on the Panzer 4, at least briefly. So a sneaky little maneuver there by Borobadger. Gives the Pioneers a bit more time, and there you go, HT5 tank destroy out here for Redarmyotp and the Red Army. Up north here we got Conscript versus Grenadier. Katyusha rocket launchers ready to fire, could try and fire at that range and just obliterate the Grenadiers. Here we've got double Grenadiers with the IS-2 heavy tank, 14 kills still. 15 kills, Tiger tank finally arriving here for Borobadger and the 1st Panzer Division. North Stuken moving ahead here. Is he going to raid the Red Army's base there with the Stuken trying to take out the Katyusha? Almost looks like it, but looks like he decides to pull back after that anti-tank grenade, so I'm going to say a suitable warning not to trespass into socialist lands. HT5 moving ahead there. Penalty machine being added to the Tiger tank, very good. HT5 though I think is playing off a bit too fast here, need to be careful. Also moving close to the center where he knows there's packs in the Stug, which can easily just outgun the HT5. Definitely feels like a slightly miscalculated movement there by Redarmyotp. There you go, Tiger flanking the HT5, catching the IS-2 off guard, and there goes HT5 lands a good hit on the Tiger tank. IS-2 though either failed to penetrate or failed to hit. Tiger tank gets a good hit in the IS-2 and gets away, quickly withdrawing towards the pack line. Very good. Up north there, Redarmyotp sees Northern victory on a fuel point while maintaining control of the south. He should bring out more armor. Tank destroyers here versus Borobadger. So an interesting fight here so far. Targeting there was the shock trooper, smoke screen down to help the cons from the centre. Thumbs up there to Redarmyotp of the Red Army. And go Katyusha rocket launcher, disgorging another series of rockets. Machine gun pushed away. More craters appearing. And the South gun is moving in there. Panther 4 striking out northwards for the glory of Das Vaterland. Swings up to the Grenadiers, shoots and misses. Panther 4 on the north, 32 kills, half a virtually fully in the ace level. Pretty much already the pocket target there for Borobadger, and there go Grenadiers. Poor Fritz gets abated by this 122mm high explosive shell, and Jurgen drops dead as the Dishka takes him out, and then Fritz follows as well with another shot. Up north here, Panther 4 rolling, just waiting. Grenadier squad number 2 gets out of there very fast in the face of the eyes too. Close 52 on that one, that's pretty good there for Redarmyotp. Mortars on the way from that, could have definitely think about sooner here, but oh well. H5 falling back, Katyusha is almost good to go. We got the Panther 4 saying north going here for the H5's flank. Target engaged with the Sugol to get a move. There you go, shoot. Misses though, hits the bloody strategic point. Targeting with here, Stoop May also moving in eyes too. They're responding to this. Seems like, hard to say what's going on fully. Bit of maneuvering, but ultimately no engagement. Southern point being claimed here by the Red Army. Seizing the center point. Target tank racing through the center. Going to the H5 and the eyes too, and there goes shots fired. Lots of damage being done. Damaging in the target tank, but no problem. Stoop Panther 4 looking to the head here. Eyes 2, H25 there, holding up against the Germans. Panther 4 taking catastrophic damage here from the H25. Panther 4, Eyes 2 combo there, go damage engine as well. Trying to get away from the smoke screen, who may not quite work out there for Borobadger. 44, that's 251, got there, 2 going forward. And there you go, the Panther 4 is down. An explosive loss here for Borobadger and Das Vaterland. This would be a great Katyusha target, by the way. Not Tacho, of course, is aware of it, but like finding Katyusha right here, I think could be a very back-breaking moment there for Red Army. Has he? Oh, he does remember he has it. It just briefly looked like he had forgotten about it. Oh, now looks like the potential critical Katyusha moment may have passed already. Osman on the way for Borobadger. Helped deal with infantry and such. Not a bad move. And then it goes sneaking northwards there. We got 345 and 240. Lots of munitions being floated there by Redarmyotp. And Katyusha fires. Shut the Grenadiers here. Oh, bit of bad luck there by Redarmyotp. That was, I mean, a pretty close quarters barrage, so it should have been much more accurate than it was. So, a bit awkward there for Redarmyotp. Some very bad luck. Pioneers north was a consequence, but again, fresh out of sandbags there from Redarmyotp. Light machine gun Grenadiers moving in. No, cancel the Osman for a Panzer 4. And we got the K-8 here for Red. Oh, nope, never mind. We've got flares down for the mortar. Very nice. Got another H-5 tank destroyer. So naturally it could be, I think, a very nice calling, maybe combined with an assault. Could disrupt Borobadger and allow Red Army to break through like an armored fist through an open window. Or a closed window. Oh, there's no reason to use a fist to break it. Well, how is there? Seems like the Redarmyotp is not quite keen on that, so he ends up not going for it. Giving Borobadger more time to do whatever he wants. We have recons here from Borobadger against Redarmyotp. Stu packs on the move, might try and take advantage of something. H-5 tank is almost done there for Red Army. And the Soviet Union. Except it's got too many units, he can't actually get it in. Shoot against with H-5. 198 versus the 345 here. Heading southwards again. I think he just made a bigger move towards the south, trying to again catch Borobadger off guard. Obviously with the air recons, it's going to be obviously a bit more difficult to do that unless you like somehow manage a really great distraction. Southeast shocks was the gun, but there you go. Panzer IV to the rescue here for Borobadger and Deutschland. Just going to see the take that smoke grenade off here. Mind you, we can't see it. Sometimes the smoke glitches out like that, but you might notice the Panzer IV isn't just shooting frantically, despite you know, theoretically should be able to. So that's partly the smoke there. Until it lifts up. Nicely attacking ground. Gonna need to pass in trouble. There we go. Packs opening up in the eyes too. Heavy tank doing some nasty damage. And there you go. Shock to heavy damage there, but it got the southern victory point. We got the second nation fire out here for Redarmyotp. IS2 needs to get out of there. Looks like he wasn't paying attention. Oh, Scheiße. Oh, sick of Bliat. Target tank going in for it. Backed up with the Stuke Pass with the packs and the Panzer IV. Come scored another here by the target tank, leaving a red army with just 2 infantry squads. Eric Conn called in, and that should give, I think, Borobadger a good idea what he can do here to Redarmyotp and maybe finish this off. IS2 taking a good hit on the target tank, but the target tank doesn't care. It's blitzing ahead there. Stuke, Panzer IV flank from the south here, getting good into the 85% base. 2 main gun out there. H5 down, and with that, I think it's safe to say Redarmyotp is out of this war. GG, game over. A victory here for Das Vaterland and Borobadger. Some nasty fighting here on Nexus, but in the end, Borobadger, I think, came out ahead there. Redarmyotp, I think, in some cases suffered heavy losses, and at times got, I think, too caught up with just head-on assaults. Could have used his munitions more efficiently with incendiary barrages, but also just more mind to feel like at times here versus Borobadger. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Link saying cheers, and hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.